Yes, so a very special morning, a very warm welcome to all our listeners. Usually, for this show. So, Frank, good morning.
Still for a while.
Yeah.
So, one place to
No.
We are also in the field, the business in the field, as the case may be. Good morning to everybody.
Those of you who are returning listeners, you have a contribution, you enjoy on our social media pages. That's on the mainland FM's _NAIJA _TV, and you will see everything that's going on this beautiful mainland F store. Today we have in our midst a very important guest. He is the CEO, AEROOVESSEL Aviation and Tourism Management Institute here in Lagos. He is the I believe that he's the director of studies in that institute, and he's in the person of Honorable ABOLAJI KELANI. And I just want you to hear his voice this morning. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
And welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks.
It's good to have you in the studio with us, and you are in our hot seats today.
Thank you.
Don't worry, the seat is not always hot, but yeah, we would ask you direct questions, and of course we expect that you will answer directly. Sure. And he'll be shedding more light on aviation and tourism training and retraining opportunities, and also on tourism and politics. We will do this morning send our condolences to the family of late movies sector president and founder, Africa Movie Awards. That's Peace Ayam Osigwe. We do sympathize with the family and with all the media practitioners generally, movie practitioners, and everyone in that industry. Frank, you anything?
Well, it's a sad one, really.
Yeah.
One young lady that has held her high, and we expect that. In fact, this year we're expecting AMA to, of course, break our borders again and be held in any of those African countries. But as it is, we give God the glory for her life. At least she's left something behind to which the heavens also will be proud of. And we pray that God accept her soul. Amen. And then console the family. Amen. But next week, we will try and see which will come. We can just do, a little tribute on her, or rather to her footprint on Sun and Times. And we'll be getting one of our close friends and of course our friend here, Dr.
Dennis.
Dr. Shab. Dr. Shab Hussein. He will be here, live, or we'll call him on phone. Let's talk about the life and times of peace.
Indeed. Right. So we will go on break now, and when we come back, we delve into the show proper. Call your friends, your neighbors. If you're in the office, just call everyone and just put your radio sets on. Set it to the dial 98.3 FM and enjoy Creative Nigeria. We'll be back after this.
Are you a Lagos-based hotel and hospitality owner, manager and investor? Are you troubled by certain operational environmental challenges and need help? Then come over to Hotel Owners and Managers Association of Lagos, HOMAL. We provide you hospitality growth opportunities and counseling on prosperity, and also help you mitigate difficult hospitality trade barriers. At HOMAL, we do more, deploying our experience to take care of your interest, always. Located at Resort Court, 15 Chief Yusufu Abiodun Road, Uniru, Victoria Island. Call 081-872245 or 0812-425-5995 for more information. HOMAL, your interest, our mission. Fellow Nigerians, have you heard about NICO? National Institute for Cultural Orientation is Nigeria's cultural intelligence and intellectual powerhouse. Set up to X-ray the diversity of Nigerian culture, language, history, tradition and ways of life, which binds 200 million Nigerians together, deepening peace, security and national cohesion, with offices across the 6 geopolitical zones and a culture training school. NICO also partners local and international agencies like UNESCO to harness and validate cultural assets, unique and beneficial to a national aspiration. An agency under the Federal Ministry of Information, Culture and National Orientation. NICO Abuja office is located at 23 Kigoma Street, Wuse, Zone 7E. Website info@nico.gov.ng. NICO, harnessing culture for national development.
Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, this is Creative Nigeria here on Mainland 98.3 FM. My name is BUNMI BADE, and Frank MEKE is also here. Our special guest, Mr. ABOLAJI KELANI, is also Honorable ABOLAJI KELANI is also here. Pardon my gaffe. All right. So, well, yes, we have our very first talk right now with the Honorable.
To the point, young persons over the years, that your institute have been able to train in terms of graduating from your school.
Yeah, presently we have started this year program. We train 4 times in a year. Yeah, we train 4 times in a year. Batch A, January said that we graduate in March, batch B, March, then C, June, September, batch D. We started as a travels and tourism company far back 2014. So after that, I already have it in mind to train travel professionals to make sure that we have a lot of stakeholders in the tourism industry, at least to contribute to the growth of the country. And by the special grace of God, we have trained over 600 young Nigerian youths so far. So by the special grace of God, in December, we're going to graduate our 2023 sets. We started with batch A.
Yeah, already.
Yeah, we started.
That's amazing.
They resumed yesterday.
And when we talk about batch, batches are the way we know, maybe over 100 or 200. How many of these constitute your batch, as the case may be? Because I know your institute is very large. Are you thinking of expansion? Because the way you're going by batch, that means you didn't want to.
You can't accommodate too many people at a go.
I think it's for the sake of.
On the different school, we're on the School of Hospitality. Okay. So we break it. It's 3-month program.
True. Is there opportunity for prospective students or your students to have a practical experience?
Yeah, our program is a night program and it's a professional program.
Yeah.
So definitely, if you have been to university, BSc or HND, that doesn't mean. What matters most is you want to come and learn. You want to become a complete travel professional.
Yeah.
So we make sure that within that 3-month space, we train you and we send you out for industrial attachment so that you can be well grown and to become a professional.
Yes, on this beach, we are going to be having you. We know you are very busy, but any of your
representatives
here because we needed to talk more about some of this hospitality. I'm interested in logistics because the latest, opening now, as the case may be, is that because of the way the country is structured now, you can move your services, your goods, just from one place to the other, and there are professionals that would handle that for you. Before we know that the foreign companies are the ones that are running the show, but today Nigerians are, keenly taking it over. The point is, how good are they doing it? How good would they do that? And I think that's where your training really comes up.
Movement, we look at it. How can we come back to the business? How can we make money? Let's go to logistics and cargo. Then from there we started. So before the students started coming in that they want to learn cargo and logistics. Everybody started moving into cargo and logistics. Everybody left travels and tourism and hospitality due to the COVID-19. But everything is balanced now.
Yeah, sure.
Both travels, tourism, and cargo.
So we're all back on the beat now. As a case, of course, with our government supporting us, so we're back on the beat. I will take you because, of course, before we take you in again, let's look at your foray into politics. I know you went there, you tried that because you wanted to really advance the cause of the industry. As you told me offbeat, it's not money driven, but passion for the industry. So what was the experience?
Yeah, it was a sweet experience. Venturing into politics. When I went into politics, people look at it that why are you leaving your business for politics? Politics will drain you, politics will drain your business. But I can tell you right now that I've gained a lot of experience in terms of politics and tourism.
That's good.
It's not about the money that I want to make in politics. They will say because you want to make money in politics, that's why you're going to politics. No. I want people to understand that tourism is life. With tourism, as it is right now, tourism is #1 industry in the world.
Wow. And as a politician, you would be a public servant, serving people.
Yeah, I've always been serving people, even though when I've not become a politician. I've serving people since far back I've started our business. So surely I will do that.
So strategically, the whole idea really, because we have a segment here, tourism and politics.
Yes,
the whole idea is that if we have more people, practitioners like you who have made their marks in the area of business, and of course you are given opportunity. Of course, we discuss offbeat again. We say, how can a pharmacist? I'm sorry, I'm not. I'll be a commissioner or a minister in charge of tourism. I mean, when you should have professionals run the business, there will be a difference because this other person will come to learn, but you will bring in
expertise.
You will bring expertise, as the case may be. I'm sure that's one of the reasons why you said, "Oh, let me go to politics. Let's have that change, and then bring in more professionals to play politics." And then, of course, it's all about even the policies that comes in. It shall be well prepared. But don't let me speak for you. Those are your dreams, I'm sure.
Yes, sir. After my political activities, a lot of tourism association, they're called, like WIBAT, Women in Business and Tourism. They make me their patron. After they saw my activities. From there, the ITPN, Institute of Tourism Profession, in which I'm a member. Right now, I'm the coordinator in Ogun State, in which I'm bringing both the individual, the stakeholders, and the individuals and the government to come into ITP and Institute of Tourism Profession of Nigeria. When we have more stakeholders, we have a lot of attraction to sell.
Indeed.
The stakeholders will be the one to sell, and we need to train them. We train them to become a tourism professional. Train them to become
we at all the three political. I actually commend you for that effort, even though you are asked to come back. Let me put that there. You have tried. They scored you 80%, and say, okay, but next time when you come, you're going to be 100. So we're looking forward and praying that one day you become a commissioner of tourism. Not only you know about us, what you do, the better for vessel, BUNMI.
Yeah.
And we're going to come back to you after this time out.
Yeah.
Don't go away yet.
Yeah.
And they are verifiable. We don't talk about what we don't know as it. So we go back with me. I hand over to you for now.
Yes, for now.
I'm not done.
Know which name you would prefer, but our weather girl.
Please call her Ebube.
And it's good to have you. So, what is our weather looking like today, Thursday, the 12th of January?
So today, a moderately clouded weather is to be expected, and we are also supposed to expect a sunny and a delightful weather. Then by evening, we should expect a clear sky. Then the maximum temperature that has been predicted for today should be hot at 30 of daylight.
It will be. Ebube, thank you so much for that. It's been good weather. A bit unpredictable though sometimes.
Yeah, the harmattan seems to be disappearing
exactly
nowadays.
No, but it's playing a disappearing act. Sometimes it shows up and then sometimes it goes.
Why we run weather here is also to look at how we should prepare.
Yeah.
For
and react to climate change.
Yes, it's like, there's no respect for borders. I was discussing with you this morning what happened in Pakistan. The same flooding that we had in Nigeria that devastated at least most of about half of the landscape of this country. Yeah. And we went to bed afterwards. In Pakistan, they had the same similar thing. Of course, in California, you can see the same thing happening in California. So it's a serious business now, and that is why we're paying attention to weather in this place. It's not just 11 hours that we have. What is going to come? How prepared are we as a nation? Exactly. The Pakistani, example is so cheering for me because Nigeria, of course, we went to bed. We borrow money to dash people, give them money, but we don't plan with it. In Pakistan, they have this devastation. Terrible as the case may be. And what did they do? They called together donor agencies, got the UN to back them up, and of course they raised 9 billion. That 9 billion, they are not going to be dashing people. They want to go back and rebuild the infrastructure. And of course put in a lot of measures. Of course, we will talk about dry season farming here. Yeah. Okay, and these are the way countries progress. But here, okay, in Jigawa, in Bayelsa, Enugu,
even down south,
Kogi, everywhere. Tell me, nobody is talking about it. There's nothing to show that we have learned anything. We'll not learn nothing. And of course, it comes back. It's going to come back. And then we start crying all over again. Nobody is putting measures. And that is not how you develop a country. Even most of our political are not talking about it.
Yeah.
They are not talking about climate change. All you just see is, all kind of abuses all over the place that of no meaning to anybody. Anyway, that's just by the way. Let's go do our business. But we need to change our orientation.
We do, absolutely.
So that we can run. Our people are agrarian. Look at me, say 200 million people. Okay? We just like what ABOLAJI is saying here. Okay, we can from agriculture alone, of course, create a lot of jobs.
Yes.
Okay, but we need to plan.
Exactly.
Look at our forest ecosystem. We've been invaded by kidnappers, invaded by all kind of people. So now they are using it instead of a cover, for economic growth and wealth creation.
Yeah.
It now become a cover for criminality. A country that never really plans.
Well, these are conversations that are constantly ongoing, and we do hope that when we have these conversations, the relevant agencies are listening and they are willing to make the necessary changes.
Go to the market and see what is happening.
Markets, very important. Before we go to the news segment,
Yes.
I will just take us to the markets because this is very important in the lives and, in the life of every Nigerian.
Yeah.
You talk about the low class, you talk about the middle class.
Everybody is low.
Everybody
is low, except
right
those who are
now
stealing our money that's high.
is affected.
Yeah.
So quickly, our food market this morning, I'll take you on a short journey to Oyinbo Market, where Oloyi beans, a 50 kilogram bag, is still going for 30,000 naira. That has been stable for a while, but if you want to buy a smaller quantity, it's a paint bucket is about 3,000 naira. Then yellow gari, if you want to buy a whole bag, it's 12,500 naira, and pink bucket is 900 naira now. It used to be 1,000 naira, so that's looking good. Melon seed, that's the egusi that's popular all over the nation. And I'm not sure there's a tribe that doesn't eat egusi. 100 kilogram bag goes now for 200,000 naira. That's a sharp increment from 180,000 naira. But if you just want to, be a small quantity buyer, that goes for 4,800 naira for a paint bucket. So let's move to mile 12 market, where a bag of onions now goes for 65,000 naira, a sharp decline from 70,000 naira. A basket of onions, that was a bag, but a basket, which is a smaller quantity, goes for 35,000 naira. That's about half price. And then pepper, that's the Rodo, goes for festivities and everything, but now it's down to 43,000 naira. And then a bucket of white beans goes for 2,300 naira. And for those who like the Oloyi beans, bucket goes for 3,000 naira. Red oil and vegetable oil, what we cannot do without in this part of the world. Vegetable oil, the 5-liter keg goes for 9,500 naira. That's also increased from 9,000 naira last month. And then if you want just a small quantity, that's the 1.5 liter bottle, it's 2,000 naira for a bottle. That's also up from 1,300 naira. That's a 500 naira increment. I see now why Nigerians generally hit prices.
It's all boiled down to lack of planning. And like I said, so that we can run. Yeah. The truth of the matter is that once you go, because food is very, very bad.
It's
all the essence, the politics of living, it starts with the eating.
Exactly.
It starts with the eating. So once a man didn't eat, you have an angry man on your hands. And so I don't know, all these political jingoism all over the place. I mean, if you also address these issues, then you come to see in the next few months, you see people on the street. Angry people. So let's run there.
Let's move on. Let's move on. We will take our new segment now that's sponsored by Head Travels. Let's hear from Head Travels.
Ticketing, insurance, visa, and provides pocket-friendly fares helpful in this new normal.
Really? What about holiday packages for families?
Trust Head Travel Agency on that too. On request, the agency provides both local and international tourism holiday packages with detailed country situation reports, car hire, and hotel reservation.
Where can I locate Head Travel Agency?
Very easy, my friend. Head Travel Agency is located in number 2, Ibro Avenue, Rainbow Estate, Trans Amadi, River State. Telephone 0907-893-5167. Lagos office, Parkview Estate, Ikoyi. Telephone 0806-24 063-292. Tech Travel Agency, always in touch.
And here is our culture, technology, festivals, travels, hospitality, music, business, movies, brown water economy, insurance news, and sports tourism in collaboration with Heck Travels. And this has been edited and brought to you by Frank MEKE. We start our news from Imo State, where the state government has finally relocated the controversial and only state-owned zoo in the entire eastern region of Nigeria from Nekede, Owerri West to Eziama, Ikeduru, Owerri North. Apart from being poorly kept and managed, the zoo has suffered depletion of fauna resources due to poor funding and absence of legislative regulations protecting its immediate and future presence. The road to the once famous zoo has been cut off from the reach of visitors, tourists, and researchers, coupled with agitation by the community where it was sited in Nekede, with a population growth which had put pressure on lands, particularly for housing needs, thus jeopardizing conservation efforts and wildlife tourism in the state. The Igweben Tom Ikimi train station attack in Edo State is the subject of angry reactions from Nigerians who are shocked and concerned about the absence of detailed and organized security cover for tourism infrastructure and its enablers across the country. Apart from the airports, which presently enjoys some measure of security, practically all tourism, transportation, and logistics structures across Nigeria are bereft of any serious security presence, thus an easy soft belly for terrorists, kidnappers, and bandits alike. The not-too-recent breach of Abuja to Kaduna rail service by terrorists serves as a major case in point. Certainly sad that the Nigerian Police Railway Command has gone the way of our usual pattern of not sustaining legacies bestowed to us. About 30 innocent passengers forcefully marched through the forests of Edo State brings Nigerian transportation architecture into serious scrutiny and questions the sustainability of government efforts to develop a true multimodal transportation system. Over time, our sea, waterways, highways, and now railway infrastructure have become targets of organized crime and brigands, leaving poor and innocent Nigerians mourning their helplessness. Jack Ma is in the news this morning. Jack Ma is to give up the control of the Ant Group, Chinese fintech giant, after Chinese states nose down. Ma, the billionaire the founder of Ant Group, may step down due to official pressures, and if he eventually steps aside, there may be no approval for a single individual to have total investment control over the Chinese fintech giant. Ma is a flamboyant businessman, a former English teacher, and owns the Ant Group with a subsidiary, Alipay, an online payment system in China, which is bigger than cash, credit cards, and checks. Ma also founded Alibaba, an electronic commerce giant, which owns about or above 50% of Ant Group. Jack Ma ran into troubled waters with Chinese state authorities who frown at criticism after he questioned China's financial sector in 2020. In other news, Oluwatosin Olasende, boss of Money Africa, says a sustainable insurance education and awareness will grow economic development and enhance service sectors. She bemoaned Nigeria's 3% insurance penetration and called for serious intervention on benefits of insurance awareness and education, particularly on how people could put them. Osigwe is dead. Peace was the founder, Africa Movie Awards, AMA. She passed at the age of 53 after a brief illness. From us at Creative Nigeria, we send our condolences to the family of this legendary filmmaker and also to the entire entertainment industry in Nigeria. We shall get to Igalaman Dr. Shoaibu Hussaini, a close confidant of the late president of the Association of Movie Producers, to help us with an insight onto the life and times of this enigma. Nigeria Films and Censors Board, federal government regulatory body on movie and film sector, is yet to issue a statement on the passage of this creative genius. The World Travel and Tourism Council, WTTC, predicts that African continent will create 14 million tourism jobs in the next 10 years. It also says the sector will bull at the rebound of the continent's economy with a gross domestic growth that will tilt favorably above all economic factors, creating about 1.4 million jobs. Though a GDP forecast runs predictably on an average of 6.8% annually between 2022 to 2032, a leapfrog value growth of 3.3% over traditional economic chains, the WTTC says the industry will ambitiously bank on a $279 billion, which is about 7.2% of the total economic outlook during the period in Africa. Expectedly, but not sure that Nigeria will play any contributory role, our position on this beat. The 2022 GDP drive of 20.5% appreciated to $144 billion, amounting to 5.1% of Africa's total GDP and 3.1% fertile opening of about 22 million jobs surely do not have Nigeria at the top of the ladder. Well, that's the news, but we will just take a few reactions on some of the topics that we had on the news segment this morning. Frank?
Yeah. Bottom up, the WTC, predictions. I call it predictions. When you say you predict something, because the rapid weather can put a stop
Indeed.
to it. And of course, political decisions also can stop that, and that is why regulations are important. Because when you have laws, and that's what we are praying that people like ABOLAJI should go back to either the Senate or House of Assembly, because when there are laws, it becomes very difficult, to drive some of those things. But where you have people who don't really invest in anything. We are so committed of Nigeria. So, this is about Africa. But believe me, we have no share in all this contribution. And that's the truth of the matter.
That's sad, though.
Yes, because there's no investment. We're not investing in tourism infrastructure. We're not investing in our people.
Yeah.
We're not investing in our people. We have a ministry who doesn't really do nothing. All they do at the end of the year is gather themselves together to a party. Okay, and just drink away and all those things. So how can we do that? Even in rebounding after COVID, did you see any support to the private sector? Nothing.
Not
so
much.
Whatever thing you are seeing around here is just because of the interest of Nigerians, their tenacity. People like ABOLAJI and all that said, no, we can't give up. He just told me down off the line. That, just came back on it. He said, and there's nothing moving. But today you can see we're climbing back without the help of government. And when we're talking about government here, we're not saying just money. It's not just money. After all, even where the money is, look at other countries, the investment they make. You go to Dubai, for instance. Okay, they're not saying in Dubai, I read that it's no longer, Fridays are more or less like their public holidays.
Yeah.
They now come to the English calendar and say, no, that Friday is also the same
Let's
thing.
work.
So it's business. Yeah, okay. I mean, Saudi Arabia is open up there. So they saw the challenge and I said, look, we need to meet up. What is that challenge?
That's called responsive governing.
So we don't have that here. Okay, we just appoint people and they would leave them to run show. Nobody's holding anybody accountable. But here we hold them accountable.
We hold
them accountable, and that's why we say we're on this beat. So if you like, you go and run, go anywhere you like and make noise. You are accountable because you are serving 200 Nigerians,
yes,
200
indeed.
million Nigerians, and then people are growing every day, as the case may be. Jack Ma, the case of Jack Ma, we're running. The case of Jack Ma is what happens, in such of close economies.
Yeah,
but you can see COVID.
He can't even criticize
the impact of
the
the pandemic.
Yeah.
Also dealt with the Chinese. I said, look, my friend, and they have to just kind of open up their economy because they are strictly flowing on that, and they see the impact and all this. And you can see the reactions all over the world. So the case of Jack Ma, the man just kept quiet. 2020, just told them, look, your bank here, are not doing what they're supposed to do, and that they didn't really like.
They didn't like that.
So that's just it. So what again, Bumi?
We also had the talk about the Edo train
that
incident.
is sad. Something
sad.
happened to us in Kaduna, and Abuja, Kaduna, and we didn't take measures. There were others. We think they wouldn't come there. They are studying. See, these guys are studying you. They take measures. The criminal-minded person is
does not rest.
They are smart people. You understand? It's like the devil. They watch you. They know your weak points. But here we relax. We have security agencies. They just go to sleep. And at the end of the day, we now come. All you hear, we are released to people. Where are they? How many are they released? We have not seen any. So, well, this country has to be serious.
We need to,
all our structures, as the case may be, keep on, being left open for people to just from the forest ecosystem, for the waterways, everywhere. We can't continue.
Even the aviation sector.
No, that one is even very scary. At least there are some measures. If you go there, at least they will run scars on you. No. But the truth of the matter is that it's also porous.
It is.
It's also porous, yes.
Well, that's one of the reasons why we have Abolaji here, because he's also actively involved with aviation people and all of that. Well, we'll be back to talk about that after we get a message from Heck Travels.
Hey, Michael, you travel frequently and hardly complain of travel services. How do you come by?
I use the services of one of the best travel outfits in Nigeria, Heck Travel Agency.
Heck Travel Agency?
Oh yes, Heck Travel Agency takes care of travel plans, ticketing, insurance, visa, and provides pocket-friendly fares helpful in this new normal.
Really? What about holiday packages for families?
Trust Heck Travel Agency on that too. On request, the agency provides both local and international tourism holiday packages with detailed country situation reports, car hire, and hotel reservation.
Where can I locate Heck Travel Agency?
Very easy, my friend. Heck Travel Agency is located in number 2 Ibro Avenue, Rainbow Estate, Trans Amadi, River State. Telephone 0907-893-5167. Lagos office, Parkview Estate, Ikoyi. Telephone 0806-2463-292. Heck Travel Agency, always in touch.
You are the best, the very, very best. You make our world go round. This is why we'll always be your anchor.
At Anchor Insurance, we will always turn up for our clients when it really matters. We put in 100% because they mean the world to us. If you desire insurance services built around you, where claims are paid promptly, then come to Anchor Insurance.
You are the best. You are the very, very best. Oh, yeah. You make our world go round. And this is where we'll always be.
Anchor Insurance, where insurance truly works.
Hello there. The world of travel changes in seconds, and Border Post Requirements needs the touch of a professional to help you navigate through the challenges of airline cancellation, delays, and health requirements. At Topaz Travels and Tours, we help you keep eyes on the ball, processing your travel needs with ease, taking your stress away. For your international and local travel tickets, travel insurance, reservations, hotel bookings, car hire services, and visa guidance, you can trust us to deliver as your ultimate choice. You can reach us via WhatsApp on 080-9401-5458 or call 080-3313-8658 or visit our corporate office at Suite F8, First Floor, Febson Mall, Plot 2425, Herbert Macaulay Way, Wuse Zone 4, Abuja. Email info@topastravel.com.ng. Topaz Travels and Tours. Stress-free travel.
Thank you for staying tuned, and we are wrapping things up here on the show, but we will still hear from Honorable Abolaji.
Yeah, Abolaji we'll give you a few seconds to just rub your dreams for tourism and your institute for this year. What are your expectations? I know you are not too comfortable with what you're seeing around government, that's why you want to go there to make a change. But what do you think for tourism in Nigeria in 2023?
Tourism in Nigeria in 2023, I believe everything is going to be better. This year, last year theme was rethinking tourism, and that's what we are working on. We, the stakeholders and the trainers, we are like trying to make sure that we have a lot of professionals in the industry, and to make sure that we talk to the government to make sure all our attractions are well done, and the insecurity in Nigeria also at least should be abolished. So everything is going to be fine, I'm very sure.
Amen. I like the positive outlook.
Yeah, I mean, he's a trainer, so I mean, you need some kind of security to also train people.
Yes.
And we will continue to talk to him. We hope we'll see you again here next week. God keeping us alive.
Amen.
So that we'll look into critically that engaging the youth as the case may be. Creating awareness for them, taking them back to training, and making sure that the industry is sure everywhere. When you go through the airports these days, you still see old men manning some of these service points. In most countries in Asia,
it's the young ones,
16, 17-year-old, and that's how it's done. I'm sure you have that dream. We're not trying to tell our old men to go, but it's time for them to rest and let young ones do the business. But they need to be well trained. Let's run through, I think, the music segment.
Yes.
And then we will...
and then we'll wrap things up.
And then we'll wrap things up.
àdúrà fáwọn tó sọ̀rọ̀ wa lẹ́yìn o. Èdùmàrè dáríjì wọ́n o. àdúrà fáwọn tó sọ̀rọ̀ wa lẹ́yìn o. Èdùmàrè dáríjì wọ́n o.
Yeah, well, that's Ebenezer Obey. Still the forgiveness song. Is there still much to be forgiven?
No, it's a virtue of life.
Yeah.
That when you are offended, you must also, because you also err. So but most critically, we want to say here on this bit that the essence of forgiving ourselves must start with the reality that we must also own up that we have failed in some assignments given to us as individuals and as a nation. Our leaders need to apologize for taking us through the wrong bit of life. And we also, the fullest. This bit also will hold people accountable. So when we fail to hold you accountable, we also failed in our business, as the case may be. So we'll forgive ourselves if we come to the table and we tell ourselves the truth. And I think that's what the Yoruba proverb says. So when we come here, we tell you the truth, but we know they say that Chinese people don't forgive. But we want to say here that when
we forgive.
You forgive. When we criticize here, or we point at shortcomings, doesn't really mean that we hate you. We're just saying you should do better. Because there are 200 million. In fact, above that.
Over 200 million.
They are there looking for opportunities.
We're looking forward to another census.
So if you can come in your area of assignment, national assignment, as the case may be, and you do it very well, you're also creating opportunities for others to thrive and live. So that's the essence of it. Like ABOLAJI is doing his role now. If at a point we want to sacrifice his business so that he can go serve, make sure that we have enabling laws and we hold people accountable for what they are doing. Everybody can be looking for money is important, but it's not the end of life.
It's not.
The issue of life starts with really knowing that it's God Almighty there who has given you an opportunity. And let me say this: after you have finished your business here on earth, it is going to be it's going to be terrible for you to be told, I do not know you.
On that note, because that's a really, really serious note to end this on. Thought-provoking. We want to leave our listeners with that because at the end of everything, all of this struggle, all of this, hustle, there is an end. Let's hope everybody will be accepted and will be able to give a good account of themselves. Well, that's all we can take on the show Creative Nigeria today. Remember that you can still follow us on creative_Naija_TV to just see whatever we have upcoming, whatever it is that we have done, the records of everything we've done in the studio we have on that page as well. And then of course, Honorable Abolaji, where can people find you on social media?
On Instagram at AEROOVESSEL Travels, also at AEROOVESSEL School.
Okay, so if I type in AEROOVESSEL School, I'll find.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Also on Facebook.
Yeah.
AEROOVESSEL. Facebook.
AEROOVESSEL on Facebook.
Yes.
So you heard from him. Do your best to follow him on social media. Follow what he does. A young man who is taking giant strides in the industry. And of course, the moment he comes out for his political ambition, I want you all to just be there to support his career as well. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you, Frank. It's been a wonderful day. And thank you, Ebube, for being our weather girl.
So nice to be the weather girl.
All right. So we'll see you same time next week. That's at 10 a.m.
Bye.
here on Mainland
Bye.
98.3 FM. Bye-bye.